That way or this way?
On this side.
Our side.
It's Varsity Weekly Live, your coverage of all things pop culture, local Arizona news, and national news.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Varsity Weekly Live, a special Saturday afternoon edition. I'm here in the dark, actually outside of a very special event. It is a bodybuilding event, and I want to go around first and introduce our co-hosts today. As you can see a few on the screen here. From Arizona State, we've got Jade Jufre, and with me on site here, also from ASU, Brianna Carrillo. Jade, Brianna, how's it going?
I'm doing pretty well. How are you?
We're doing great.
Right next to each other.
So good. I know I'm late to the convo, I guess, but doing really well.
Tell us a little bit about the event today, Brianna. What's going on out here?
So it is our first show for Wings of Strength. We do one pretty much every month until August, actually. Because in September, the big show is going to be happening, and that's Mr. Olympia.
Actually, you know what? I can control it from here. So how many competitors and what all are we looking at today? And we'll get that camera fixed. We're having a transmitter little hiccup, but we'll get it fixed.
So currently there is 44 competitors, and then 113 crossovers, which means people are going into different categories, whether it's classic physique, bodybuilding, wellness, bikini, figure. There's just a bunch of categories that people are in.
Awesome. And Jade, you're kind of an extreme sports person. You follow UFC. What's your feeling on bodybuilding?
You know, actually, I've had the privilege of talking with a coworker recently. Her name's Kylie. I was telling her a little bit about this event, and she used to actually bodybuild like competitively for the sister company of Wings of Strength, which is Olympia. So I feel like I've gotten really well endowed with the bodybuilding scene lately. I mean, after having Alex on last week for the radio show, I feel like I'm more into this than I've ever been, which is kind of interesting because it's honestly something like I like to lie about. Like at a bar, if you catch me at a bar, I'll be like, yeah, I'm a professional bodybuilder. I'll do a quick lat spread. No one ever questions it because I just think it's funny. I think it's something random. No one ever really thinks to talk about it. So like I've said multiple times with a few of the UNLV students who come on the radio show, like I love the more niche conversations that I like bringing a spotlight to them. I think everyone deserves to talk about something that's important to them. So when that happens, a conversation opens, and for someone like me, it makes me more inspired, and I learn more about a specific thing, which is one of my favorite things to do. So I'm really excited to get into this today.
Honestly, it's one of the most subjective sports. It's kind of funny because when you even look at judging, each judge looks for something different, honestly. And that's just how it usually goes. And next up, we're going to have, I believe, Nick Rashke talking to Martine Carrillo, who is the technical director for Wings of Strength shows, but also the sister company to Mr. Olympia.
All right. Well, so coming around the corner is Martin Carrillo, Brianna's dad. Martin, how's it going?
Good, and yourself?
Doing wonderful. I mean, so beautiful Saturday. We're out here in Mesa. Got a good Wings of Strength event going on inside. So just want to ask you, how long have you been doing?
Mr. Jake Wood took over in 2020 when we acquired Mr. Olympia, started working for the Wings of Strength.
Wow, yes. So, when it comes to Wings of Strength, this has been around for 10 years now. And I just wanted to ask you kind of how have you seen the growth of this program?
It's grown tremendously from when I first started, and actually when they first started themselves, it was very small. But at the end of the beginning, it attracted a lot of bodybuilders to get influence in working out and doing competitions. And now it's just worldwide through Mr. Olympia, muscle contest, wings of strength, and the IFBB.
Yeah, I mean, so this is it's kind of like a year-round sport almost. I mean, this is so much preparation that goes into bodybuilding. What do you notice from the competitors? Like how long does it take them to get really into form for this?
Which your time about 3 to 6 months, so depending what their goals are, what competition they're going to be competing in.
Yeah, and I just wanted to ask you, comes to like this, you ever done bodybuilding yourself?
Yes, when I was a lot younger, wanted to compete, but then I got it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So when it came to like directing, how'd you get into that?
Like I said, I was very fond of Mr. Olympia. Started working, and then they started teaching me the production side of things. And my mentor, which was at that point, was Robin Chang, and started working with him, and he taught me all the ins and outs of directing the show, and that's how I started.
And I mean, this is around the country. What cities have you visited the most when it comes to this?
Could you repeat that again?
What cities have you come to the most when it comes to this? Where have you visited the most?
Usually, I do most of my shows in California and Las Vegas.
Okay, nice. Well, thank you so much for that. Once again, this is Martin Carrillo, Vice President of was it Muscle Contest, Technical Director for Wings of Strength, Olympia. So yeah, thank you for staying on here.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Welcome back. So up next, I want to introduce Cole Bruns, who's going to be talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger, who had a bodybuilding career.
This is Cole Bruns from Varsity Sports Show, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about one of the most famous bodybuilders, if not the most famous bodybuilder, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Let's talk a little bit about him. Arnold was born in Austria in 1947, where he really started his bodybuilding journey early. According to Schwarzenegger.com, he was the youngest person at the time to win Mr. Universe, which he did at just 20 years old, and then after that, went on to win 4 more Mr. Universes. Arnold was really dedicated to his craft, which ultimately helped him succeed. According to the Sporting News, from 1970 to 1975, Arnold won 6 straight Mr. Olympias, and for the 6th Mr. Olympia, it was documented through the documentary called Pumping Iron, where it follows Arnold and his competitor, Lou Ferrigno, through their training in preparation for Mr. Olympia. According to the Sporting News, Arnold won another Mr. Olympia in 1980, which put him at 7 Mr. Olympias and 5 Mr. Universes on his career, which ultimately cemented him as one of the greatest and well-known bodybuilders of his time. And once again, my name is Cole Bruns with the Varsity Sports Show, and thank you for tuning in to a little segment on Arnold Schwarzenegger's bodybuilding journey.
I just got to give it to Cole sometimes. That man just does research on the most obscure knowledge and produces very good video content of that. So round of applause to him, because I had no clue about Arnold's bodybuilding career, and that was very enlightening. I don't know where Brianna went, but that's fine. I'm not live on the ground, so maybe Vince can give some.
Yeah, so she stepped away. She's kind of corralling guests, but we have camera placement now. So we have the staging area kind of behind the scenes, so everybody gets a chance to kind of see what's out there. As you can see, as the competitors prepare for the event, it's an exciting time. There's a little bit of nervous energy, some stomach bugs going on. So we're trying to butterflies. So we're trying to stay out of the way so that they can prepare properly. And then there's the stage, as you can see right there. So anyway, we're going to bring on Marla. We're going to bring Jessica on, and who'll be joined with Brianna. If we can bring, there we go. There's Brianna, and there's Jess, and you can even take me out to lessen the distractions. There we go.
Okay. Yes. Well,
What's up? What's up?
Thank you
Thank
guys
you guys so much for having me. This is awesome.
is it a little weird? Is it your first time?
Yeah, I've been doing shows for a while now, but it's weird being on a show, doing a show. So
So you told me you were doing this. Well, I know actually. You've been doing this for 13 years.
Yep.
What has been the impact that you've seen that Wings of Strength has left on bodybuilding?
So when Wings of Strength first started, there was kind of just a void that we were trying to fill in the industry. And mainly it was circulated around one specific division, which was female bodybuilding. And at that time, it was kind of, like a dying division. So Jake Wood, our owner, who's also now the owner of the Olympia, he pretty much stepped in and was like, hey, I want to be a support of this specific division because at this time, this was the only division that was really suffering. And then as time just kind of progressed, we really then turned Wings of Strength into more of a bodybuilding for everybody, rather than just one division, and just kind of make it more inclusive for everybody. Because after Jake stepped in, that division then started to really heighten, and more athletes got involved as well.
What makes these shows so different from any other show in Arizona or maybe the States?
So there's promoters everywhere. There's a ton of shows, and there's a ton of great production aspects in every promoter and throughout pretty much the world. But something that we like to take a lot of pride in and that we do different, we really like that community aspect. We want to make sure that every athlete feels seen, heard, believed in, and we just want to really build that up and create community out of this. Not just like, hey, you step on stage, you get off stage and you're done. We really want to create, like, make sure people are actually like cheering for one another, because sometimes people think bodybuilding is a solo sport, and it is, right? You're going to the gym, you're eating specific foods and all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, it's not just that. It's also community, so that's what we're trying to always highlight.
And what do you think makes the biggest, the best athlete? What qualities?
I think that's a loaded question. I'm not a coach or a judge, so my opinions on what makes a great athlete, I can't give you a legit answer on that, but what I would just say is, like, what creates a great athlete in general, it starts with your mindset. I think that you really do need to have a mindset that can kind of just be resilient and conquer all. Win, lose, whatever, you're going to learn something after you step on stage, and pretty much just the will to keep going.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. Appreciate it.
Next up, we're going to have Alex Nicasa, but she's actually, I think she's dropping off her baby right now because she's a working mom. And she came from actual Georgia. So she flies back every time for each one of these shows. So I'm just waiting for her.
I have to say, I'm very impressed with the layout of everything. I had a chance to walk around, took a good look at everything. Was in the staging area and back. It is really cool back there, and there's a lot of moving pieces. I mean, we had a chance to talk to your dad a little while ago, who's a behind-the-scenes guy. He's responsible for production and directing. It is really something. The type of production, what goes into this thing, year in and year out, it really makes something special. Okay, so let's turn it over, and we've got Alex joining us now. Marla, if you want to bring Alex in and to join Bree.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, Brianna.
Okay, Alex, you've been doing this for a long. Oh, you're muted. Oh, are you supposed to?
There we go.
There we go.
Actually, you should stay muted over there because I'm controlling your audio here. Yeah.
Got it. I just can't hear
You wanna
anything,
come
but
over here?
I'm good here.
So Nick is actually gonna take my spot.
Okay.
Which? Okay.
All right. Hi, Alex. Hopefully you're having a good day. So I just wanted to get a quick origin story from you, Leo. Like, what drew you to like this kind of business to like promote it?
So I'm not a usual case, actually. I fell into bodybuilding by complete accident. Um, and it started out with my job in college. While I was in college, I was actually a comm student, but I was always in sports. So the goal for me was to get a job in sports after college. But my gateway to that at the time was just working at gyms. And while being at gyms, I was around, other different types of competitors in bodybuilding, started to learn more and more about that. Got excited in terms of really understanding the discipline behind it and all of the different networking opportunities that it provided. So one thing led to another, and that's how I met the right people. And here we are over a decade later.
Absolutely awesome. So I know like this is kind of seen more as like an entry of the event. Can you tell us like what like this means to like the contest winners? Because there's about like 10 or 11 events, but I believe if they win, they get free entry to like future events.
Yeah. So like you said, Nick, there's a ton of different types of bodybuilding competitions. This one in particular that's going on behind us is an amateur event. Different amateur events offer different types of prizes. At this event, all the open overall winners get free entry to an IFBB Pro Qualifier national show. So some of the goal for these competitors is to turn pro and earn their IFBB Pro card. So this show is one of the events where we'll pay for their entry fee at those shows. So it's kind of like now we can really be part of their full circle moment when they compete as an amateur, go and turn pro, and then compete at a pro show, and then one day compete at the Olympia. It's still the same team, so we're excited to be a part of that.
So I assume you've been like around a lot of bodybuilders. Like like how like crazy like their diet has to be.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where there's absolutely no room for error. There's no room for any type of margin for them to mess around with it. They're incredibly disciplined. They're the ones bringing like their Tupperware meals of smelly broccoli and protein at kids' birthday parties and restaurants. And sometimes people look at them funny, but it's just a level of discipline that I think it's like 1 or 2% of people in the athletic world partake in. So it's really tuned into their micronutrients and macronutrients. So it's you and I would have two different meal plans, for instance. It would have to work really specific with your goals and your genetics. So it's really, really detailed.
Cool. Just a quick last question. What sport did you play when you grow up?
Growing up, I played soccer and golf, and but then once I was in college, I got really into Muay Thai. So I've been a fan of martial arts and watching fighting and things like that. So, even when I never competed, but a lot of the competitors that I became friends with over the years were always like, "When are you going to step on stage?" And I obviously like the type of training that I would do was absolutely not comparable to the type of training that they do because I need more agile, obviously. And it was much more aggressive in that sense in terms of combat sports, but different type of discipline. But I've been kind of all over the place in terms of sports I used to play.
Awesome. Alex, thank you for joining me.
Guys.
Hope you enjoyed the rest of the event.
I have to say, and in conversations with you, Alex, in the past, also, you kind of fell into this. I mean, you didn't come up through. You weren't into bodybuilding. You weren't a competitor. You did other sports, and just on the marketing side and the promotion side, and that's your skill set. One question I have, just really quickly here, is how do you feel? Through the years with how this has grown, do you feel like it is still growing? Like there is still a space for it to continue to grow? Has it hit a little bit of a down cycle and it's starting to come back, or has it always been big?
You know what? It's absolutely growing, and I don't even say that because we're here promoting the event.
Yeah.
Even if I were to step into a different industry, it's one that I would probably continue to watch because it would somehow make its way into my social circles. But it's absolutely growing because you can see it in the number of competitors that there are. Every weekend there's shows everywhere, not only all over the country, but internationally. And those shows wouldn't be, they wouldn't keep happening if there wasn't competitors showing up to them.
Yeah.
And then every year the calendar adds even more shows. So the opportunities are absolutely there. There's more workshops like the one that you attended at our headquarters in March. Those keep popping up. So it's like there's absolutely a demand for the market with all of these athletes that kind of like, whether they fall into it or they kind of network themselves into it, but it's definitely growing.
Well, thank you so much. Thanks for the opportunity. Thanks for coming outside. Sorry we had to
Hey,
kind of
it's nice weather.
right?
It's all good.
Thank God it's nice weather. Can you imagine being May?
Yeah.
But everything's great. It's amazing. There's a lot of people inside, a lot of excitement. We set our cameras up. We've got one kind of in the staging area and then one in front, and it is just it's some cool images. So anyway, thanks again, Alex, for joining us.
Yeah, thank you guys for having us. Thanks for coming out, and hopefully you guys enjoy the best part of finals.
Awesome. Jade, take it away.
Yeah, honestly, shout out to Alex for being on the show 2 weeks in a row. So grateful for her, and great job, Nicholas, for conducting the interview. Up next, we're going to have Kyle Weselick talking about death to no days off, the mantra.
To no days off. But in 2026, if you walk into any high-performance gym in the Valley, the loudest flex isn't about how much you're benching. It's your recovery score. Forget the old school intuition. Your smartwatch is officially the boss of your workout, and sometimes it's telling you to stay on the couch. The secret weapon this season? Heart rate variability, or HRV. Top athletes at events like this weekend's NPC Valley of the Sun aren't just tracking calories. They're obsessed with this metric. HRV measures the millisecond gap between your heartbeats to see how your nervous system is handling stress. A low score means your body is still fighting yesterday's leg day. In the world of 2026 bodybuilding, training on a low HRV isn't hardcore. It's considered a waste of time. It's not just about data. It's about what you do with it. We're seeing a massive surge in AI-powered co-pilot apps like Alpha Progression or Fitbod. Now, how useful are these apps? If you slept 4 hours last night and your stress level spiked, this AI will literally strip the weight off your program and swap that heavy squat session for more active mobility. It's called adaptive programming, and it's saving lifters from burnout that used to end careers. The bottom line for 2026, muscle is built on precision, not just grit. If you want to grow, start listening to your data. The best workout might be the one that you don't do.
Hey, Jade,
How are you?
So much better now that I see your pretty little face. You just dye your hair or what?
Yeah, I did. Had to. Had to do the red. Finals are
Um,
coming up.
Yeah, I've been looking into it a little bit more. I'm like, I just wasn't aware how long of a season this extended to. I'm like, I didn't know it was like a summertime sport, like for the majority. So that's
No,
cool.
yeah.
Like it. That's typically when everything like dies down. I feel like as far as like NBA and baseball and everything, like it's an interesting time of the year. So it fits right into that open slot.
So what's so crazy is actually my dad does a show pretty much every week, whether that's in California and then here in Arizona.
This seems like it's going spectacular, guys.
Yeah.
No issues live at all.
Right now.
I feel like the worst part of the team right now, where I'm at home and everyone else is there. I feel like I can't contribute much, but I will put my 2 cents in.
Hey, we're improvising, and it's fun. I tell you what, it is amazing, kind of walking through there. I feel really intimidated. So
I honestly feel offended that you didn't invite me to this event, and I'm just at home.
I cannot hear anything.
Marla, can we bring in our guest, please? We can hear you, that's for sure. So where is Marla? There we go. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, up next, we have Alina Popa, who is a Romanian former bodybuilder.
Can you hear it talking, Alina? Oh, here, take this.
We should be.
You sure?
We're all. Oh, okay.
We're not Romania on a map.
It's all good.
Okay, you can put that on. We're connected. She was muted.
Okay.
Alina, how are you doing today?
Hello, I'm
Can you hear
good.
me?
How are you?
So good. Thank you for joining. It's actually such an honor to have you. So, as a former pro, what does it feel like seeing the new generation, what will be the next professionals, and like what advice and critiques would you have to give to them as far as what you have seen today?
Well, first of all, it gives me a lot of hope. And just 1 second. Is it normal to hear myself?
Yeah.
This is so distracting. Okay, I'm back. As I was saying, it just gives me so much hope to see that the sport is growing, and then to see all the new talent that is coming from behind. And I see the ways that the sport is evolving. There's, as I was saying, a lot of talent, and I can see how the sport is changing. I find that nowadays we have more and more people, more and more athletes joining the ranks of NPC and IFBB, and that's very exciting. I complain about. Go ahead.
Yeah, you said that it's changing in a lot of ways. So I'm actually curious in what specific ways from when you were in the bodybuilding scene to what it is now. And if you wanted to walk us through when you were doing it and why you were doing it.
Yes, definitely. It's changing in a positive way, and I think it's connected with the numbers and how accessible the sport is nowadays to the mainstream. Back in a day when I was competing, it's probably 20 years ago, and I was also competing in Europe, which was completely separately for what was happening in the United States. And we didn't have as many divisions, and we didn't have as many athletes, as many competitors. So from this perspective, it is very beautiful to see that the numbers have more than, I don't know, quadrupled probably, and more athletes and people that go to the gym are able to step on stage and showcase their physiques and their genetics.
So did you solely compete when you were in Europe, or did you go to the United States to compete? What is the difference in the markets, and how do you feel about being here, and what brought you to the United States market of bodybuilding?
Well, I did start in Europe, and then I competed there for about 10 years, actually 11 years. And then I moved to the United States. And the reason I moved here is to compete at a pro level, because um, 2006, something like that, when I was competing to 11 divisions in 2026.
Do you have a highlight of the favorite division to compete in for you?
You hear me, guys? Okay. Thank you so much, Alina.
The highlight, can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
We're all good.
Can you repeat the question?
I don't know. We're done. We're good. Oh, it's all done.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Alina. It was great chatting with you.
She asked me about the highlight of my favorite division. And I didn't
So it's great. Now you change your name to Nick in the meantime, or what's going on here?
I think a lot of craziness is happening right now.
Yeah, sometimes you just have
we
to
just
poke
heard
fun at
Lina.
yourself.
So now I think we're gonna hear from Mario Medina, who's gonna be talking about the world's strongest man. Right, Shane?
My name
Yes,
is
we
Mario
are!
Medina with the Varsity Sports Show, and today, in honor of bodybuilding, we're going to be discussing about an individual in that area. From humble beginnings in Silsbee, Mark Henry built a legacy defined by raw power and relentless determination. Before the bright lights of professional wrestling, Henry made his name on the world stage as one of the strongest men to ever live. In 2002, he reached the pinnacle, winning the prestigious Arnold Strongman Classic and earning the title of World's Strongest Man. His feats were legendary, lifting weights most could barely move, breaking records, and redefining what human strength looked like. But Henry's story isn't just about strength, it's about perseverance. Through injuries, setbacks, and doubt, he continued to push forward, proving that greatness isn't given, it's earned. From Olympic weightlifting to global dominance in strongman competitions, Mark Henry just didn't carry the title of the world's strongest man, he embodied it. My name is Mario Medina with the Varsity Sports Show.
Hello everybody, my name is Brianna Carrillo. I am a Varsity Sports Show intern and I currently go to Arizona State University where I'm studying sports journalism and marketing. I will be graduating in the fall and I'm originally from California. The reason I decided to join the Varsity Sports Show team is because I wanted to get real on-hand experience working with cameras, social media, reporting from live situations, and just get a real understanding about how the sports media industry works. And something that I've gained from this experience is how to work in high-pressure situations and how to think critically and find solutions. And something that I want to do with this is hopefully work in Formula One, whether that is being a social content creator or producing lives or even being on camera. Thank you.
I'm Marlon Munjo and I'm an intern here at the Varsity Sports Show. I am finishing up my junior year studying journalism and media studies at UNLV. I'm a broadcast and production intern. I work on various projects from play-by-play commentating to technically directing our weekly live streams. My highlight of my time here was calling the Nevada 4A and 5A girls flag football state championships that was held at Allegiant Stadium.
As Palmer is in the backfield, gets a high snap, throws it out quickly, over to Jaylani Palmer. Palmer down the sideline, touchdown.
This is my second semester with Varsity, and I've gained valuable experience working in sports. I hope to work in sports media one day, and Varsity has helped me put a foot into that doorstep. My experience has been insightful into the sports production side of media. I enjoy preparing and researching for the games I'm calling and enjoy speaking to the coaches post-game. One coach even calls me One Take Marla.
Mistake going for the extra point, tries to hit someone, and she's able to one-handed catch. Oh my gosh, it's Missoula.
Nikki, can't
Hi.
hear you yet.
Hi, Jed.
How
How's it
are
going?
you doing?
Doing wonderful. How about yourself?
So decent. I just feel like I'm watching the ship sink from another ship. So going great. My ship is still afloat.
Hey,
So-
nothing's sinking here, guys. We've improvised and we were victorious. We started off inside. We had no internet, and literally in the span of 5 minutes, we moved our whole operation. I wish I could show you this big table with all of our stuff on it. We've got satellite internet set up that we connected, so we actually did okay. It was a little confusing with some echoing and not with the headsets, but it worked out. What an incredible event! You guys did an amazing job hosting today. Much appreciated for all the hard work that you did. Our backstage cam, our stage camera, still going strong and a little shaky there. But anyway, it's been a great day. And once again, wingsofstrength.net, wingsofstrength.net. Anybody that's interested in knowing more, there's going to be events going on throughout the summer, right, Bree? There'll be stuff happening this summer. So the next one I think is in July.
Yeah.
July. So keep up. We're going to also stay in tune if they have us back. If, after today, it was actually pretty good. It worked out. I'll break it down for Alex later. But anyway, a great time today. Jade, any last thoughts?
I'm sorry for being such a Debbie Downer. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I loved it. I love the opportunities I could have to feel like I'm there when I'm at home. So I wish I could have been there in person to see everything. But thank you guys. You did a great job. Thanks for just staying true to yourself and running through with it. This is what we have. This is what we work with. And it went down fine.
Awesome. Thank you, Jade. And on behalf of our amazing team today, sitting here with Nicholas Hill, Nicholas Ratchke, and of course, Brianna Carrillo, who put all of this together and coordinated with our very own technical director in Las Vegas, Marla Mundo. My name is Vince Delicio with a special edition of Varsity Weekly Live. Have a great day, everyone.
It's Varsity Weekly Live, your coverage of all things pop culture, local Arizona news, and national news.